Hi everyone, Paul at ISM, another review for you today. Today we're going to review the Harder Steenbeck FPC valve, which is their fine pressure control valve. This is Harder Steenbeck's version of the Mac valve, like it's fitted to the iWatters. If you've got an iWatter or you saw the review of my HPC8 last month, you'll notice a little control valve at the front. Basically you can adjust that to go from full air pressure down to, next to nothing. And what that does, that saves you bending up and down to the compressor. You can literally do it on the airbrush there, and then you can really microfine adjust it to the pressure you want. Obviously there's no visual reference to your pressures, you can't see exactly what PSI you're at, but you've got the visual, you can hear the difference in spray pressure as well, and obviously you can physically see on what you're spraying. So if you're coming in close or a bit of pre-shade, you can drop your pressure down, and then 2 seconds later just turn it straight back up for full blast. It's just a quick, convenient way of doing it. I'll go to the other camera, you can see what we've got. So we've got my Infinity CR Plus there with the standard valve in, and we've got the FPC valve here in typical Harder Steenbeck packaging. A little bit of information on the back. You've got the valve FPC complete CR Plus, because mine's a CR Plus. Fine pressure control, chrome, just with approximately 20 to 100% pressure, so you can go all the way down to just 20% of normal pressure, and that'll give you a real fine control. Now obviously there's two different versions. You've got the non-CR, which is a standard, I think it's nickel finish airbrush, and then the CR Plus, the chrome finish. So you need to just judge which one you've got, because it will look slightly different if you put a chrome or a nickel one, etc. I think that there's a nickel, bit of a brain fart there, I think it is. The standard one I believe is about $29.99. The CR Plus is a couple of pounds dearer, I think it's about $32.99. I got this from air-craft.net, as I get all my airbrushing stuff from, because Martin is superb. As you all know, I sing Martin's praises all day long because it's nothing but top-notch service. So, to fit, there's no instructions with it. It's literally common sense that you unscrew this one off and screw this one on. So we'll open it up and we'll have a little look. Unceremoniously open it up. So I'm assuming it just screws straight on. You can see it's a bit of a chunkier valve to the standard one, so it looks a bit more substantial. Take off my quick release and the standard valve as well. Obviously keep that safe, because you never know if you want to retrofit it and go back. I'm just going to wing it and screw it in, so I assume you just screw it all the way in. There is slotted for a spanner just there, so let me make sure the valve works, which it does. So we're going to put it in. We're not going to apply an absolute shed ton of pressure because it doesn't need it. Make sure it adjusts, which it does. Pop our quick release on, and there we go, job done. 2 minutes to fit. Looks the part. It feels a lot better to hold because this is a bit chunkier. It really does give the airbrush a nicer feel, because you've got your thumb and fingers here. It seems to give it a bit more purchase to grip a hold of. If I grab my air hose, which is here on the quick release, pop it in. So I'm assuming all the way counterclockwise, or turning, yeah, it's counterclockwise, is fully on, and then I assume if I go all the way down, we get virtually nothing. Now if I can remember my camera's mic is, I'll bring it up. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's just the faintest spray. You can probably hear that now. Now whether you get any paint out of that I don't know, but you can. As you can see, you can hear the increase and decrease in air pressure, so that works phenomenally well. Really, really good. So we're at full pressure there. I actually need to make sure my compressor is switched on, which I don't think she is at the minute. She is now. So let that fill. Obviously that's like 5 foot that way. I've got the long hose on. So normal usage, we keep it pressed on. You can hear the difference. We'll let the compressor fill, and then we'll have a little look. So like I say, you just need the spanner. I've got an old adjustable spanner there. Doesn't need wrenching on. If you do that, you're going to damage it. Just needs tightening up and just a little bit of a squeeze at the end to give it a bit of purchase. Like I say, fully on. I keep my finger on it, you should hear that air pressure drop to almost nothing. So you got a lot of control there, hence the fine pressure control part of the name of the valve. And again, all the way back up. Superb. Now what we'll do, I'm not going to go to the spray booth because it's always best to reviews over here for me because the light's a lot better. Probably going to white out because of that, but never mind. So what we'll do, I've got my, I use this as a wash, it's highly thin Tamiya XF1. Doesn't need thinning because it already is. So we'll pop a little bit in there and we'll give it a little spray. So full pressure, as always. I've got no spray booth, which is really naughty of me. So I'll just make sure I won't breathe. So like I say, with that you can still get really fine lines, as you can see, which the Harder Steenbeck is more than capable of. And the problem with that is if you come in pre-shading or you want to do a little bit of close-up work, little dots or mottling or any regards like that, when you get closer, the power of the air is going to blast that paint. You're going to get spider legs and you get splurges of paint everywhere. So this is where it pays to lower your pressure. Now, as you can see, you can barely hear that spraying now, but I'm getting the paint coming out. And if I can do it so you can see, we'll do it on the bottom here. If I do some nice thin lines, you can see that, which you can. So I can literally get right in there. I know it's not the most realistic thing spraying on paper because obviously it soaks it up. But you could get right in there to model. You could add mottling, squiggles, you could do camo. A bit of a dodgy shape I've drawn there, but never mind. We'll pretend it's a potato. Not the phallic thing that I've very nearly drawn there. So you know you've got real fine pressure there. We can see how low we can get it to go. That's completely down, and yet you can still spray the pressure right down. So like I say, this paint's really highly thinned. So it's not necessarily about the thickness of the line, because at full pressure, at 24 psi, which I normally spray at, we can get these pencil thin lines. The problem being is if you're coming in close, air is going to get blasted. And you're going to get spider legs. That's fully down. If I open it all the way, so as you can hear, I can come in, write my name the same, but as you can see there is a difference. One's darker than the other because we're getting a lot more air. As you can see, full pack. So don't think just by getting this that you're going to get thin lines, because you are, but you can do that anyway. Even at 20 odd psi, you can still get pencil thin lines off the Infinity. That's no drama, but all the way down, the lesser pressure is going to give you much more control. Excuse the person playing music outside. Bit of Annie Lennox. Now obviously because you're at lower pressure, the paint does speckle a little bit, so it's a happy medium for what you need. Obviously we've got a bit more pressure there. Probably go lower than that. Like I say, it's just finding the happy medium you're happy with. That sounds about right to me. You can really get in there with the fine work, as you can see. Now, fully down, that's the spray pattern you're getting. So although you can still get the wider spray, you can see it is splattering a little bit. Not splattering, you get a little bit of speckling, just because of the lower pressure, and then whack it straight back up. Full pressure again, and perfectly timed. We're out of paint. So there we go. Not much to talk about really. It's a fantastic bit of kit. It looks absolutely perfect. The finish is typical of Harder Steenbeck's typical quality that I know and love. These are my favourite airbrushes, especially the Infinity. I've got two of these things. I need to buy another one of these actually because I want them to match. Very simple to fit, as you saw. Simple to use. Over time, I know for a fact inside here is just an O-ring. that this slides around on, so you can always come back in, put a little bit of super lube on there. I'm not a fan of using this in the airbrush. I found it gums up a little bit, but for parts like moving parts, you know, that don't get any painting, ideal, and that'll really keep that moving along nicely. So there we go. Harder Steenbeck's fine pressure control valve, absolutely superb. Is it worth the money? Massively. Highly recommended by me, and like I say, testing it, I will buy another one of these from my other Infinity, so they're both the same. That works absolutely superb. Saves me bending up and down. My compressor's right under my bench over the other side underneath my spray booth. So to get down pressure, I've got to literally back up the chair, look underneath, try and set it right, then sit up, spray, check it again, go back down. So doing this, you might not know, there's no visual reference of what pressure at, but you can judge it by your paint. You can sit there on a bit of paper or scrap card and fine tune it and think, right, that's perfect for pre-shading, that's perfect for mottling, that's perfect for post-shading, you know, a bit of bleaching effects. So you can really sit there and fine tune it to your own needs. So there we go. As I say, go check out air-craft.net, go see Martin for any airbrushing needs. He's got everything on that site for airbrushing, all the airbrushes, all the accessories, all the tools. You need it for airbrushing, Martin's got it. And like I say, highly recommended by me. So if you've got an Infinity, I think it fits Evolution fine as well. In fact, I know it does, and I'm pretty sure it also fits the Ultra as well. So if you've got any of those airbrushes, you can add these and add the fine pressure control valve. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. See you soon.